A black Marine was attending his son's graduation ceremony. He was very proud of his son and couldn't wait to congratulate him. But suddenly, two burly security guards approached him and ordered him to leave. He had no idea what he had done wrong, but they wouldn't listen to his protests. They kept repeating the same thing over and over again. "You have to leave now. Out." As he started to walk away, the Marine noticed that all eyes were on him. It was clear that this event was supposed to be for white people only. But why? What had he done to deserve this treatment? As the Marine walked past the crowd, he could hear them whispering, pointing, and making rude gestures. Some even called him racial slurs, and it made him feel terrible. But then, something unexpected happened. Out of nowhere, 6 Navy SEALs stood up and silently walked towards the exit. Everyone in the room was stunned. No one had ever seen anything like this before. The SEALs didn't say a word, but their presence spoke volumes. They had obviously had enough of this nonsense and were standing up for what was right. The Marine couldn't believe his eyes. He had never seen anything like this happen before. The room was silent as everyone realized what was happening. The SEALs had shown up to support the Marine and his family. It was clear that they did unagree with the way he had been treated, and they were ungoing to let it stand. The Marine felt a surge of gratitude towards the SEALs. He knew that they had risked their own reputations by standing up for him, and he would never forget what they had done. The SEALs walked up to the Marine and his family and congratulated them. They shook hands and gave hugs, and the Marine's son was beaming with pride. Then, as if they had never been there, the SEALs returned to their seats, and the ceremony continued. The Marine was deeply moved by the SEALs' actions. He knew that they had made a huge difference, and he would never forget their bravery. From that day on, the Marine carried himself a little taller and with more pride. He knew that he didn't have to put up with racism or hate, because there were people out there who would stand up for him, just like the Navy SEALs had done. And as for the SEALs, they were simply seen as heroes by the Marine and his family. Their actions had made a huge impact, and they would forever be remembered for their bravery and solidarity. After the graduation ceremony, the Marine went to speak to the head of the school. He wanted to find out why his family had been treated so badly. "I don't know what we did to deserve this, but I'm not going to tolerate it. My family and I are an important part of this community, and we will not be treated like this. I want to know why my son's graduation ceremony was disrupted, and what is being done to ensure it never happens again." The headmaster listened patiently to the Marine's concerns and apologized for what had happened. He explained that there had been a misunderstanding and that the school would take steps to make sure it never happened again. Relieved that the matter had been resolved, the Marine left the office and rejoined his family. They all hugged each other tightly, grateful to have each other and the support of the SEALs. As they drove home, the Marine's son asked him, "Dad, why did those men tell you to leave?" The Marine thought for a moment. "Well, son, sometimes people can be very unkind and say or do things without thinking about how it affects others. But I'm glad that those special men stood up for us because they knew it was unright." The Marine's son looked at his dad with admiration. He was proud of his father and what he had done. From that day on, the Marine and his family were treated with respect and dignity. The school had taken steps to ensure that what had happened never happened again. And the Marine was grateful for the support of the SEALs, who had stood up for him and his family when he needed them the most. The story had a happy ending. The Marine had been able to attend his son's graduation ceremony and celebrate this important milestone in his life. He knew that he could always count on the support of his fellow SEALs.